piece of skin, which is in front of the anus, which is right there, and behind the scrotum, which is right there. The tunica vaginalis, that would be only in the book or on the chart when we get to that. Here is the testes, tunica albuginea, only in the book. The septa and the lobules would be the book or the chart. Same thing for seminiferous tubules. For spermatogonia, primary spermatocytes, secondary spermatocytes, spermatids, sperm, and sustentacular cells. That would be a book or a question for all of those. Interstitial cells, book only. Reed testes, book or chart. Efferent ductules, book or chart. The spermatic cord, also book or chart, or APR, also for that one. Tunica vaginalis, same thing. On the model, you can see the ductus deferens or the vas deferens. That's what's inside the spermatic cord. It's this tube that leads up out of the testes and around to the back of the bladder, which is right here. The ampulla, if you look at the back of that, where the ductus deferens gets kind of bigger at the bottom, that's the ampulla. And then the ejaculatory duct, if you open it up, you see this little offshoot right here, this little tube. Not this main tube, but this little tube. That's the ejaculatory duct. Spermatic arteries and veins would just be the arteries and veins that run along the spermatic cord. The seminal vesicles, back, on the back, right next to the ampulla, these orange blobs here. You can see these on APR or the chart or the book too. They share the same ejaculatory duct with the ductus deferens, is the same one. The prostate gland, that's this red circular thing right under the bladder. This is the way it looks from the outside. Right there, that's the prostate. The vulvourethral glands are found right here in this muscle, which is called the urogenital diaphragm. So they're right there. I always ask these from the book. There's a picture from the front. I think it's much clearer that you can see these from the front, so I would always do those from the front. On the penis, there is the glans penis right there. The prepuce you can see only on the chart. It's the foreskin. If you take this part off and you look inside, you can see this purple, which is the corpora cavernosa, and that branches at the top into something called the crura. There's two crura, one crus. So it's just kind of like the base of the corpora cavernosa. And then this pink chamber is the corpus spongiosum, and the base of that is the bulb. The epididymis, go back to the outside view, it's this piece right on top of the testes. The inguinal canal, that would be a question. It's where the spermatic cord, as it passes up through the body, how it passes through the inguinal ligament, so into the body. So the inguinal canal is where the spermatic cord passes into the body. And then for the urethral subdivisions, we go here. Remember, this is the bladder. This tube coming out and leading to outside into the urethra. Where the urethra is going through the prostate is the prostatic urethra. Where it passes through the urogenital diaphragm, it's the membranous urethra. Where it goes out in the middle of the corpus spongiosum, it's the spongy urethra. And then the orifice is the hole